Hey guys, it's me, Butterfly Spirit 314. So guys, tonight I decided that I wanted to do a video and talk about astrology. So guys, I have been learning about astrology. I haven't been as diligent about it as I would like, but I'm kind of finding my own way of learning about it. So I brought an astrology book. For many of you who don't know, I brought an astrology book. Actually, I brought two books. And these two books that I'm reading are definitely helping me get a better understanding about astrology and things. So, in the past, when I tried to learn about astrology, I really found astrology to be, um, I kind of quickly lost interest in it. But recently, thanks to, I took an astrology class back a few months ago, and that got me interested in it, but that kind of fizzled out for me. And then recently, I took another astrology class, I think it was like a month ago. And then I kind of got more interested in it and things because in this class, I learned that there are many different types of astrology. There's not just astrology, there are many different, I guess you could say, many different branches of astrology out there that people can really get into and delve into. And that really made me very interested. And so the class I took was at a local library, it was free. And I really feel like that kind of planted a seed in me as far as astrology is concerned with right now. So, with astrology, one of the things that I want to do with astrology is learn how to relate to people and talk to people more. And I think learning about people's zodiac signs is definitely going to help me to do that because every person out there has a zodiac sign. And every person that has a zodiac sign out there, they interact with the world differently, okay? Everybody does. And they see the world differently. And they speak about things differently. And, they approach decisions differently. And I think for me, what astrology is going to be for me is learning about how different signs see the world. Now, I am subscribed to YouTubers that have astrology channels. And some of them are hilarious, and some of them are, more like serious, and some are in between there. And one of the things I think is that what I notice about astrology sometimes that can come across for people who have astrology channels is sometimes people kind of look at a specific zodiac sign as having a specific, like this only this specific quality in multiples of their videos, okay? And I think that that is a little bit limiting because one thing I'm learning about astrology is yes, there's 12 signs of the zodiac, okay? And each zodiac sign is different in their approach. And the thing about zodiac signs is they actually go in order. So the first sign of the zodiac is Aries. The last sign of the zodiac is Pisces, which is something new to me because I didn't think that Aries was first and then Pisces was the last sign. I didn't know that. Had no idea. Okay? No idea. Okay? So, pretty much that is a shocker. So you got Aries, which starts in like April, okay? And then that goes all the way to, let me make sure I got it here. Aries goes all the way to, I'm looking at my bookie book here. Aries, let's see, Aries birthdays go all the way up to, it's from March 21st to April 19th. And then Pisces, the last sign, their dates are from February 19th to March 20th. Okay? Yes, there's 12 zodiac signs. Yes, there are. But First one's Aries, last one's Pisces. Doesn't mean that a Aries is more important than a Pisces. Doesn't mean that. Doesn't mean the signs in between aren't important. Every single zodiac sign is definitely important, okay? They all are. I know some zodiac signs are more sexier than others, especially when people talk about a Scorpio. People are fascinated and they're like, it's all some people can talk about, or people can talk about how they don't like Scorpios or whatever. But every single zodiac sign has their strengths and weaknesses. That's something that I'm coming to learn as I'm studying each of the signs in astrology, okay? And for me now, what I'm doing is I'm making it more personal. So as I'm learning about the signs, instead of looking at the signs and saying, the words Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces. Instead of just looking at the names of the signs, something I'm doing now is making it more personal to me by actually locating people in my life that actually have these particular signs, and then, kind of looking at how they view the world. And I'm more so doing that by thinking about interactions I've had with these people. And also kind of looking at their social media and saying, well, what do they talk about? What's important to them? Do they care about, this or that? Where do they work? Because the thing is that when you make something more personable and more real life instead of just in the book, and you take it from in the book to real life, it makes it so much better because it helps you to understand why people act the way that they do. Now, I will tell you this about zodiac signs. Everybody that has the same zodiac sign, it does not mean that just because they're a specific zodiac sign, that it doesn't mean that all Virgos act the same. It doesn't mean all Capricorns act the same. It doesn't mean all Geminis do, or all Scorpios or Tauruses do. Okay? It doesn't mean that everybody of the same sign acts the same, because everybody that, let's say people of the same sign, they're going to have different factors that are going to determine it in their birth charts, that are going to determine it as to why they act differently from another person that has the same zodiac sign as them. Okay? And with zodiac signs, a lot of people are going to have this misconception. Oh, well, all of these signs act the same. They don't. They may have commonalities, but how they express themselves and what they do with their time and different things, it's going to be different. One of the things that's going to make it different is because based off of their ascendant or their horoscope, that's going to make the difference. And when you guys hear me say horoscope, what the hell do you mean? You mean like if I go online and look at my horoscope and see that passage about how my day is going to go or how my week is going to go, you mean that? Well, no, your horoscope is your ascendant. So your ascendant has everything to pretty much do with a calculation that is done based off of where the ascendant was in your birth chart. So sometimes your ascendant is not going to be the same as it can be the same as your specific sun zodiac sign that you have, your sun zodiac sign being your zodiac sign that everybody knows that they have, or it can be a different zodiac sign than what your sun sign is, okay? And that ascendant sign, if it's different from your sun sign, is gonna have an impact on how you see the world and then how everyone else sees you. And your ascendant is gonna be based off of what time of day you were born. So if you have an ascendant and let's say your ascendant could be different based off of the time of day. So if you're born in the early morning or you're born in the afternoon or the evening, that's going to determine what your ascendant is. And that ascendant, like I said, it can be different than your main zodiac sign that you have. Okay? And this is one of the reasons that people of the same zodiac sign don't necessarily react the same way. Okay? This is why. This is one of the reasons why. Okay? So, as you guys can see, I'm getting pretty deep into astrology. just in a little bit that I've learned. Okay. And what I think about it is I think it's awesome because I get to see how people see the world. And that to me is awesome. And I cannot wait to learn more. So far, what I've learned about in terms of astrology. So I have learned, let's see. So I've learned about the sun signs themselves, like their character traits for the different zodiac signs. I have learned about the zodiac signs as far as how they view relationships with people. Okay. You know, people they want to get into relationships with, people who will be a good match for a certain zodiac sign and things like that. Qualities they look for in a relationship, like he thinks they're going to need in a relationship. I learned about whether some signs are likely to cheat, whether some signs are likely to be romantics, whether some signs are likely to get bored, whether some signs are likely to, whether they're like to kind of keep their options open, you know, whether they're wanting to settle down or not. There's some things I kind of learned across the signs. Um, and right now, I've just kind of gotten into a chapter specifically about the health of the different zodiac signs. So I'm just about to get into that area in particular with the zodiac signs. So I'm just now about to get into that. So there are different things that are going to have an impact on you as a specific zodiac sign. So there's going to be impacts on you in your birth chart, such as your ascendant, whatever your midheaven is, your moon sign is, um, and there's going to be other things too that are going to have an impact on you as well. But I just wanted to kind of share a little bit about kind of where I am with astrology and things for you guys, just so you kind of know what I'm working on and what I'm doing with astrology. I'm very intrigued about astrology, and I really am excited to learn and understand more about it. So, um, I will. I'll probably make another video about astrology at some later date. Um, but I think the really cool thing is I get to learn how people I know see the world and how they view different things. And I think that's all the more great because this helps me to relate with them better and to communicate with them better, which is way awesome. So thank you all for watching. Bye.